Good day, sir. My name is Vincent Okafor, a presenter from ATO for Life TV. We have been hearing about you, but I am here to have one-on-one with you, sir.
You are welcome.
What is your name, sir?
Well, I'm called Emmanuel Jomoh NN.
Can you brief us about yourself?
Well, like I said earlier, that I'm called Emmanuel Jomoh NN. And
Sorry, sir. What does NN stands for?
well, that word NN stands as an acronym to my names, which the first N there stands for Neborisa, while the second N stands for Ndidigwe. And I emanate from a very lucrative community captioned Adani in Uzu and local government of Enugu State, and I base here in Lagos. That's it.
How did you start this script writing of it?
Well, this script writing, as being a movie writer, does not start today. Many years ago, but before then, I'm already a writer. As you can see, even in my secondary school level, I have been writing. I wrote these books for nursery school and primary schools. I wrote quantitative and verbal aptitude, and I wrote English and mathematics for nursery and primary schools. I also wrote a motivational book. If you look at it here, many years ago. This book is a student by merit. You understand? So, and this book speaks many things that one needs to know in life. I also write another book that I captioned the ripe palm fruits. You understand? So before coming into this script writing, I saw a post where there is a write-up that if you want to know how to write movie, if you want to know how to act, and how to become a movie director, props and set, and many things that tally with being crew in filmmaking. So I quickly pick up the number because I have the interest. And by so doing, I called the man named Esto, and they gave me address. I hurry up to his office the next day interval, which asked me why do I choose to be an actor, and I explained vividly. After says and done, the man said if I want to become everything that carry with filmmaking, that I have to pay a token of 120,000 naira. That will teach me everything that I need to know. So after says and done, we arrive at a certain amount in conclusion, which I make part payments. We proceed, and I got myself here. You know that.
Why do you choose writing on papers with biro instead of typing direct with a cell phone or laptop? I think we have gone above this level, or don't you think so?
I put it to you that writing or typing in laptop and on cell phone, as you said, is quite unprofessional.
How do you mean, sir?
Well, talking about how do I mean, you know, write-up comes inspiratively, and when something is coming through inspirational means, you can't dictate how it goes and how it comes. You know, distraction might call up. When you are using cell phone, a message will be entering into your phone. By so doing, you will forget the inspiration that you are having, that you are typing something. Secondly, you might be typing and the phone is a machine. As being a machine, you can't dictate what will happen in the next minute. The phone or laptop might be malfunctioned, and by so doing, you will lose everything. Maybe you are gotten to the last part of the write-up, and the phone got malfunctioned, and everything in therein will be formatted, and by so doing you will lose everything. And believe you me, if you want to rewrite everything, as in retype everything, you will not have the same inspiration intact the way it is before. And the storyline might change. And thirdly, issue of case might arise. You know, being a professional writer, you have to observe many things in life. Issue of maybe you are the one that typed the movie and you send it as e-copy, the soft copy of the movie, to another person. The person will read and digest the movie, even give it interpretation better than you do. And the person might decide to claim the movie. And when you get to the court of law, you will analyze the movie. The person will analyze the movie as well. The whole thing will scale the court of balance. They might not know the real owner of that movie. Simple because you use e-copy. You use typing to write the movie. And the person, if the person stand on his ground, he might gain your movie that you suffer to type. But when you use manuscripts, you use your biro to write, you get to the court of law, they will ask you, where is your evidence? Then you carry your manuscript, go to the court as evidence. And when you get there, you give it to them. They will ask the both parties. This is a foolscap sheet, a blank one. Go out there, make a sentence. They will give you biro and give the second party biro. After making the sentence, they will cross-check the handwriting if it tallies with the evidence that you brought before the court of law. And by so doing, you will win the case because you are the origin writer of that very story. You get? Yeah. I hope I have made my point clear.
Wow. So, how many movies have you written so far?
Ooh, many! I've written many of them. Well, when I was with my boss, Esto, because now, as you can see, a man will grow up someday to be on his ground. I have written many movies. The first one that I hit there, which comes with a punch, a very lucrative glamour. The movie is captioned "In Search of a Soulmate," and that "In Search of a Soulmate" is an award-winning movie, which everybody were talk of the town then here in Lagos State. And I also follow it up by writing a movie which I happen to act inside. This movie titled Kung Fu vs. Black Antelope. So I happen to be the leader of the Kung Fu because I have the martial arts skill in me. I also wrote a movie with that's my boss, captioned the hero of our land, and also reverse of it, which we call the return of Odeka. I also wrote a movie called Back to My Position with him, and another movie captioned Emeka the Impesa, which I happen to take the lead role. The team tried to emasculate my name, but I object because it's a bad one. You know, people like addressing you by the bad name you answer, not the good one. Apart from him, I have written to many companies. I wrote a movie that titled My Mother, My Stranger to a producer somewhere else. I also screenplay some movies by Bishola Agbaje Film Production, captioned Idi Lemi, which means my home in English language. I also wrote a movie titled As the Hot Family, episodial series, which from episode 1 to episode 20, produced by Emmanuel. is the one that connected me to the job, which I have done marvelously. I also happen to be the PM of that very job. Wow. It's a wonderful one. Yes, I also wrote many movies. The one that I have written for myself, the one that I titled Incomplete Love Nemesis. I also have another movie for myself, which I tagged Alhaji Bar Maker. Alhaji Bar Maker. That Alhaji Bar Maker is talking about my father. When my father was in Bauchi State, you know, all this issue that caused Falam, Hausa killing Igbo and all that. So I wrote the movie. You can go to my listing to watch the movie. So I also wrote a movie titled Ultimate Possession. And the ones that I have here, as you can see, I have the one that I tagged the Masked Ladies. I have the Festival of Deaths. I have also the Unquenchable Hobby. So many.
Wow, this is a great man with many talents. Nice meeting you, sir.
You're welcome.